Okay, welcome to Life Untangled. This is KC and
This is Shaine. Thank you guys for joining us today. And before we get started, we would like to remind you guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification. I'm guessing up here somewhere or down there, so that you can get the latest videos and you're able to share with your family and friends.
that is correct. So hit that thumbs up, share, and let us know your feedback. Let us know if you have topics that you want us to go over. But on that note, we're going to go right into it. We're going to get it in. So,
Forget what you just said. We want to wish you guys a happy holiday. We hope you guys are all staying safe and enjoying the festivities with all of your loved ones.
yeah.
Are you guys ready? Is anybody ready for 2022? I mean, that's going to be a big year.
It's going to be a grateful year, to be honest, because
Yes.
this is like 2020, 2021. It's had its roller coasters.
Yeah.
It was up and down, and we've survived it all, and we are ultimately blessed that we are still here. You guys are still here with us. So I'm ready for 2022.
Welcome it with open arms and your boxing gloves on. So,
on today's episode, we are going to talk about some. we always do that.
Yeah,
We was just talking about. We were just talking about. How do couples? Let me get my.
Okay, I'll give it a little
straight.
kick for you. Basically, in any relationship, marriage, dating, I would say the topic is going to be around how to keep a healthier, good balance individually for each person, prospectively, within a relationship.
Yeah, and we have some funny examples of how to keep a balance in a marriage, in a relationship. And every couple, there's no couple that is perfect coming into the game, right? And if you equate marriage to a team, right? It's a basketball team, football team, baseball team, whatever team you want to relate it to, everyone has to play their position, and everyone has to kind of learn and adapt on the fly.
Yes, that's true.
Right? So, let's just say if I'm Kobe and this is Shaq.
Wow.
Right? They're two great players, and each one has strengths, each one has weaknesses, and it's up to each player to say, hey, Shaq, you good at dunking the ball, but them free throws, bro,
Not working for me.
you gotta learn how to do them free throws right, because you're making us lose. And then Shaq can go, yeah, but Kobe, you hogging the ball all the time. So, in a marriage though, I have strengths, my wife has strengths, and we both have weaknesses, right? We both love to cook. We're gonna get into this cooking incident, right? So we both love to cook.
I was waiting for him to start there.
My wife has her format. I have my format. And sometimes words get heated because she wants me to do it her way, or would say like, hey, like you need to you need to clean as you cook. And I'm like, clean as I cook. Like, how am I gonna focus on cooking? Like, I'd rather just cook than clean afterwards, right? And I mean after I eat, because you chefing up a good,
eat.
Yeah, you cooking up a good
and then
meal.
the whole rest that comes with it after, the part that they call the itis.
As long as it's clean at the end of the night before you go to sleep, it's clean. But I will cook, sit down, like plate my food, looking real good. I'm like, right, and then cut it up, put a little morsel. I'm like this. Are you gonna clean the stove? I'm like,
why are you trying to act like Martin?
I said, wait, what do you mean clean the stove? You left grease all over here, and what if I wanted to use it? I'm like, are you using it now? No, but what if I'm like, you're not using it now, but you left grease all over. I'm like, so that's her format. She just wants everything clean and wiped down, and let your food get ice cold.
Not true. No, not true.
Right. So
that's not true. No, I'm gonna put a pause right there. I was taught basically growing up in a household that as you are cooking or you're using certain items and the dishes go stacking up on you, have an even flow of things. Don't cook. Like, he'll go in and he'll bake 2 little pastries. I mean, tiny little things. You would think the amount of stuff he takes out. He's like this Jamie chef. And he's going to bake 2 racks or 2 trays of something. And then when he's done, there's like 25 dishes for 2 pastries. And I'm like, wow. So me, if I was to do baking, he is right. We do have a different perspective or a different strategy on how we go about it. So if I'm doing something like that, yes, just like himself, I have it laid out what I'm going to use. But so I go using, I don't know, a bowl. Let's say I need 2 bowls. So I take out 1 bowl and I'm going to use that bowl and then rinse it out, wipe it out, and then use it for something else. He's not like that. I wash the dishes and go wiping down if I'm cooking, steak or meatballs, whatever it is. I am kind of just flowing. I think you ladies get it. Like, it's just a multitasking, but I can't say it's a woman thing because I grew up in a household where my father was like that. He would be cooking and cleaning. So when he's done, his perspective is different than KC's. He's like, I want to be able to cook. And the kitchen doesn't have to be pristine or every single dish doesn't have to be washed because I'm not like that. But enough where when you sit to eat, you eat and you can really relax. You don't have to say, okay, I'm going to eat and then I get back up and go do it over. But it's just a difference of layouts of how fundamentally each person does it.
Right. And, we watch the Food Network and I've never seen any of the chefs. Hey, we need to wipe this off before
that's different. They have people cleaning up behind them. They have help. They have sous chefs. They have people that are, as the chef is throwing, a whisk into the thing, there's 10 magical whisks that pop out on the counter. Yeah, because it was laid out for them and someone's in the back washing up. So it is very different. When they're done, they don't have to worry about going back into the kitchen to clean.
But the sous chef is not worried about cleaning. They're worried about the process and the timing, because with cooking, everything is like timing based. You have to like time when this is cooked at the certain temperature, and then you have to add this to it. So for me, at least, I don't want to throw off the timing because I get frustrated when I'm like cooking and like everything's coming out right, and then I stop to do something and like, it's burnt. No. Right?
Well, I guess that's why it's different too, because like our timing skills and the way, some people just function differently with how they do things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a different way of multitasking.
Yeah,
like women different. Sometimes are just excellent at multitasking and doing multitudes of things at the same time. Men are looking like that like, yo, how is she doing like all of that? And she's talking on the phone, and there's like 3 other calls. There's 3 other calls on the phone. burping the baby, like she's testing in the grease. The grease is good, and then she, like men just don't operate like that. So, I guess the topic is like you have to be at peace with how you are, how your partner is.
That's good. That's key.
And like when you can like say, okay, well, this needs adjustments, adjust it. But if it's not breaking the mold or the clay or the whole team apart, just let it be. Because Shaq is not gonna tell Kobe how to shoot.
Yeah.
He's not going to tell Kobe how to cross over, how to shake and bake, do the fadeaway, because Kobe is constantly like, or let me rephrase, Kobe was constantly perfecting his game when he was in the game, right?
So true.
And even as a partner, my husband, I'm constantly trying to, I'm the husband.
Oh.
I'm constantly trying to perfect my game as the husband, as okay, well, I need to do this, I need to do that. And I listen to like everything, maybe somewhat abrasive sometimes on both ends, but I listen and I'm like, all right, I gotta do better. I gotta I'm constantly trying to, step my game up. So in the team of marriage, we are constantly getting champions.
So I think that's really
championships.
Good. I think that's
constantly getting that ring.
I think that's excellent what you just shared. The first thing is being at peace with, so one key ingredient, being at peace with the person, allowing the person, to be themselves. But then that second thing you threw in just now as an ingredient, being able to repeat it again. I just lost it. Totally went over brain. No, I wasn't. I was listening, but I was trying to kind of piece it together. I just said, if you could say it again.
Oh, I thought you was. I forgot what I said. So
this is the part that's gonna get chopped and edited. No.
We constantly have to
step it up and better ourselves. Thank you.
Right, it's a daily process, right? As a husband, your goal is a lifetime goal to know your wife, right? Sometimes it's instantaneous. Sometimes oh man, he knows me. And then sometimes that would be a lie, because it's impossible to know someone. If you just got married at 25, so you have 25, you got to know 25 years of how a person is in a month. No, it's not going to happen. So as you move forward in your life together, you're constantly learning each other. And also everyone is changing.
Yeah, evolving.
Exactly, evolving. So, and again, some people just no, this is me and that's who you are. That's cool. But we are always evolving. So it's up to the individual to take note of what changes are occurring on a daily basis.
Yeah, because we're constantly changing in and out. There's no stop to that flow. And
adapt to it, right? And also, in communication, say, hey, I noticed you started, my wife is always, hey, I noticed you're folding something differently, or you're doing this differently, or whatever. What are you doing? Let me know. And that's a great thing, because, my wife is involved in trying to always step it up. Right. And that's what makes a great partnership, is when each person is constantly trying to step it up, not step above or be one up on one person, but it's what makes the foundation stronger, because it's okay, she's stepping it up. It's dang, I gotta step it up. I gotta no, I'm not trying to be competitive, but I think competitiveness is a great thing in marriage, because not in a way that's trying to just always be better than the person. No, but the competitiveness is like, man, she just stepped up.
A healthy competitive.
So now I have to step up, because if she steps up too much, then like I'm going to be way down here. So we both as partners need to be, somewhat on the same level, constantly like rising, just like that.
And that's a highlighted point too, a very specific thing you just shared with a healthy competitiveness. But more so, I would say, it brings balance also to a relationship, because it allows you have to be willing. Everything starts from you being willing to want to make that change. You can't go into a relationship not wanting to change, because on a daily scale, we're changing, we're evolving, we're shedding skin, we're learning new things, we're taking in different things, around us. So a person has to be willing when they go into a relationship, knowing that, hey, this person loves me and they do this for me. Let me now do this. It's like a give and take. It has to be just finding the right ways to nurture the relationship, and not just about take, or on the other side, give, because that in itself can be self-draining to either party.
Yeah, you can't, like, as a couple, your goal is, at least in my opinion, to alleviate pressure, right? Because if you're constantly putting the weight on someone else, they're just going like this. They're just getting crushed while you just chilling. Mm-hmm. So you always got to say, all right, well, let me take that. Let me take this. Now
and
we both
versa.
balance.
Right.
And or say, hey,
versa.
Lean this on me. I can hold this. You catch a break. Don't forget about me, though.
Yeah,
Right?
and that's why I said vice versa. It's not too much give, or take. Because once you do that, what happens? It causes a calamity of the scales being, tipped off. So
right, and men. Sometimes some men are very detailed. Other times, as the woman is detailed. You just gotta like find that balance. Like when I first met my wife, I cooked for her, right? So I cooked salmon and rice. I cooked the whole meal, and she was like, "Dang, salmon's good, right?" Now when we get married, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make some salmon." So now her salmon kind of blows mine out the water, right? So
no, it doesn't. We both have excellent.
I'm like constantly
salmon skills.
I'm constantly looking like, all right, like I'm gonna have to add this little ingredient in there so
it has a little je ne sais quoi.
Right, and then she'll eat it. She'll be like, "There's something different in here. What you do? I'm always
right. And there goes that healthy balance, like you said. There goes that healthy competitive balance. Sorry, I'm laughing at our son. He's in the back, and we're like, wait. We'll get it now, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, this is all part of the show.
That's okay.
That's okay.
So, and there goes balance and everything that comes with, just life and family responsibilities. But, our salmon, there goes, like I said, the healthy competitive nature that comes out. Mm-hmm. And it's knowing, like you said, not about, oh, I want to be better than that person. It's about, man, what did that person do? Because it tasted so good. Mm-hmm. Or he does the laundry this way, or he may fix the bed this way, and I like how he folds the sheet in the way he does, or the manner. So let me watch, or let me observe, or let me ask. Those are all key points, mm-hmm. to being able to nurture the relationship and to keep your mind sane. Keep you, on a page where you're on that one note in moving forward.
Yeah, it's just we always gotta find those chinks in the armor and fill those chinks, right? So we have to like be able to like see those little holes and say, hey, like there's a hole, something can be damaged here. Let me just be able to shield that part so my partner is good, and vice versa. So yeah, like I being able to dish the ball back and forth, as well as saying like, hey, I accept the way this person is. Like, I may not like it, but that's their way. It kind of works. It may frustrate me a little bit, but it's not that serious. I always look at it as, is it that serious? Is it like a deal breaker, right? Because in this environment now, so many people just get mad and that's it.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is it over? Because you like greasy pots. Wait a minute. What? I clean the dishes, but you don't clean them during cooking.
Yeah, it's never worth, the battle.
That's not worth it, right? You gotta like look at the entire picture. Okay, doesn't wipe when cooking, but does all of this. Whatever.
You have to look at what outweighs what. Find perspectively. Like you make your list, the pros, the cons, and it's about knowing what battles are worth it. A lot of the times, many of them are not worth it, and you have to pull back, like I admit it, and I'm sure he does too. Hey, you sit back and you're like, that was it really, or, it's not worth it. If it's not, then you have to know how to shift the energy, because one little, inkling of one word can shift a whole entire paragraph. So.
Wow. That's deep. That was a good one. That's good. No, seriously, it's good.
I think
because it's so true. Always being mindful with your words, how you speaking, how you communicating, and again, is it worth it? Right? You married the person; they're not gonna be perfect. You have to decide: are those imperfections perfect enough for me?
That's good. I like that. Are those imperfections perfect enough for me? That's a very good. That's a question right there. I think that's a good question that anyone should actually. That's a great question, period. Just even thinking about it from a psychological perspective, like if you went to a therapist before you got married or sought counseling of any kind, that's a question that should be on paper before people get married, as you're getting to know one another. Are these imperfections perfect enough for me? That's really good.
Yeah, because people, I don't know if it's taught or in human nature to, they look for this ideal version of perfection.
Right, like girls with these long lists that you're like, what?
You put them on such a high pedestal, and then when they take 1 foot off, oh, nope, I'm done. Nope, I can't handle that. No. And it's too much pressure, right? Men put a lot of pressure on women on beauty. That's why you have all these women, eyelashes, lip injections, fake hair, fake this, fake that. They're all trying to fit a certain ideal of beauty. And it's too much pressure. It's like, no, like I need to look at you bare, naked, boom. This is how I see you. That's good enough for me. Don't look at all these other people, because women and men have to say, once we're married, all those other people are irrelevant.
Yeah.
They're not talking about you. You're not talking about them. Just leave them in their zone. You stay in your zone.
Yeah. So it's basically just finding, tips that work for each relationship and looking at the entire whole of a picture, to be able to be a good balance, a good fit, I would say. On that note, let us know what you guys believe are, great tips. Leave comments down below with your tips on what you feel keeps a good, healthy balance to a relationship.
Yeah, and if you're feeling the video, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, like us, subscribe to us, and let us know in the comments below what you're thinking.
Yes. And on that note, thank you for joining us on this. I forgot the line.
godly platform that shares.
No. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on our video today, and we hope we inspired you. And thank you guys for joining us on our godly platform where we inspire. I totally forgot it, and I didn't write it down. That's the kicker. No, I do have it written down on the
godly platform that
to inspire,
share transparencies, and do headspins.
Our godly platform to inspire. Oh my goodness, there's one word I'm missing. To inspire and share all our transparencies. No.
Well, thank you for joining us at Life Untangled podcast. We enjoy communicating, and we enjoy you listening to us and giving us great feedback, and we hope that this helps your relationship and keeps y'all together.
And he's saying all of this, and I'm still trying to figure out the one-liner.
You know the one-liner. We'll get back to you. Peace.
No, but seriously, what is it?
I don't remember the